Mr. Craig, can you hear me, sir?
You my lawyer, yes.
Your lawyer's here, Mr. Craig.
All right, this guy said the lawyer wanted to speak to me. Your Honor,
Your Honor,
I need a meeting.
I think
I need a meeting medical
I think-
attention. Look at my mask. Look at my mask.
Your Honor, I think
My
maybe
head is
Mr. Huff
busted.
is asking if he can have a word with me before we start the hearing.
Okay.
look at
Mr.
my-
Craig, is that what you're needing right now?
No, I need a medical look, they busted my head. They busted my head. I'm bleeding. I got tumbling. They got me in the cell. I've been in there 24 hours a day. Look at my uniform. It's dirty. I have not had no shower. Look, I don't shave. My nails. No clean uniforms. No linen. I haven't. Spoke to my lawyer since I've been there. They have abused it. There's more people. They haven't given people their medications. They got me in with psychotic people. I want y'all to take a look at that video for the last 30 days. They are abusing us up in our unit.
Mr. Craig, we're here for your preliminary hearing today on the criminal trespass charge. The other issues that you're bringing up can be resolved in a different form.
All right.
Do you believe you're going to be capable to go forward today on your preliminary hearing?
Yes.
Okay, so I need you to be patient, and I need you to understand that nothing you say here is privileged or private. Okay?
All right.
Okay, so don't say anything that you wouldn't want the whole world to know. Okay, sir?
All right.
Okay, Miss Belle, is this going to be your case?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, for the record, this is State of Georgia versus David Craig. Mr. Craig is here. He's present in court. He's being represented by Mr. Little, his attorney. The state is being represented by Ms. Belle. He is charged in warrant number, Mr. Craig is charged in warrant number 2022 WA05628 with committing the offense of criminal trespass. Ms. Belle, can you swear in your witness and present your case?
Yes, Judge. Thank you. Officer Lockhart, please raise your right hand. Swear from the testimony you shall give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes.
Okay, please state your name.
Officer R. Lockhart,
And how are you employed?
with the City of Atlanta Police Department.
And what area of the, where do you perform your duties? Are you assigned to the airport?
Correct.
Okay, you can put your hand down. And were you working on the 28th of March in 2022?
Yes.
You called out to the airport,
Yes.
in regard to disorderly conduct by Mr. Craig David.
Correct.
Okay. And when you got to the airport, did you see Mr. Craig David?
Correct.
And is it the same person that is on this Zoom today that the judge was just talking to?
Yes.
And are you familiar with Mr. David?
Yes, I am.
Okay. And did you give Mr. David a criminal trespass warning from the airport 2 days prior to this on the 26th of March, 2022?
Correct. Yes.
And is that criminal trespass for 2 years, meaning it would end in March 26, 2024?
Correct.
So he is not supposed to come to the airport. Is that the entire airport?
That's the entire airport, including the international terminal, the domestic terminal, and the rent-a-car center.
Okay, and exactly where in the airport was he on this particular day when you saw him?
He was inside of the airport in the common areas where the terminal is situated, where passengers come through the terminal.
Okay, and would that be an area that would be covered under the criminal trespass you previously gave to him?
Yes.
I have no further questions at this time.
Mr. Little.
Thank you, Your Honor. Officer Lockhart, were you the officer that first made contact with Mr. Craig on March the 28th?
Yes. Actually, no, I was not the first officer made contact. Several officers actually made contact with him before I did.
And where was that they made contact with him?
Inside of the airport terminal, right next to the TGI Fridays.
I think in your report, you referred to it as a west crossover.
Correct. That's what that is considered, the West Crossover area, which is inside of the airport terminal.
Okay, so that is an indoor area
Correct.
before you go through security.
Yes,
So that's that's an area of the airport that would normally be open to the public.
correct.
Okay. But it's your testimony that you gave Mr. Craig a trespass warning on March 26th.
Correct.
And you were the officer that did that warning?
Correct.
Okay. And so I guess that's how you were able to recognize Mr. Craig when you saw him on the 28th.
Correct. On the 26th, we actually charged him with the City of Atlanta ordinance. He was sent to city jail, and of course, during the incident arrest, we gave him a criminal trespass warning not to return to the property.
What was he arrested for on the 26th?
I would object relevance. I would object relevance.
Well, let me ask you this way then.
I'll allow it.
Oh, okay.
He was arrested on the March 26th under the case number 22085-8053, and I want to say it was under the City of Atlanta ordinance disorderly conduct.
So then it was in connection with that arrest, he was issued a criminal trespass warning.
Correct.
Okay. Is he given some sort of form for that warning?
Yes, we provided the form for him. Of course, he did not want to sign the form, but I was able to go into detail and explain to him on my body camera and advise them on the criminal trespass warning, and also advised them if he returned to the airport, he could be arrested.
When you gave him the warning, what did you tell him was covered by the warning?
The entire airport terminal, the rent-a-car center, the international terminal. All that was documented on my body cam footage.
Was there any sort of exception in that warning given if he has official business at the airport?
Correct. If he is able to get a job or employment at the airport, then the criminal trespass will be lifted.
Did you inquire when you saw him on the 28th what his business at the airport was?
No, as a matter of fact, on the 28th, we got a call in reference to a gentleman that was trying to take his clothes off inside of the terminal in front of the Fridays, which is the West Crossover area.
So he didn't tell you if he had any business at the airport?
No.
Those are the questions I have this time, Your Honor.
Okay, any follow-up?
None, Judge.
May this officer be excused?
Yes, Judge, he can be. If he doesn't have any other, I don't think he's on any other case, Officer Lockhart can be excused.
Do you have any other cases, Officer Lockhart?
Not to my knowledge. I'll check my emails if anything comes up.
Okay, you may be excused, sir. Thank you for your patience.
right, thank
You're welcome, Mr. Little. Are you presenting any evidence?
No, Your Honor.
Any argument?
I'm going to submit on the evidence, Judge.
The defense will also submit on the evidence.
Okay, I find based upon testimony that there is sufficient evidence to bind this case over to the state court of Clayton County. Mr. Craig can be released back to his housing area. Okay, so we've been going at this for a while. I am willing to take any advice as to how we can get through some of these cases with these other officers.
Judge, I'd just like to make an announcement that I believe Miss Tina Stallings, who was a victim in one of the cases, she is now, I've been told she will be able to turn on a camera. If she can go forward with the preliminary hearing.
Okay. Is she back? That's gonna be Ms. Farmer.
Yes.
Okay. I think. Is this the one that says Tina?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. Ms. Stallings, could you unmute yourself and turn your camera on? For at the jail, can we bring up Miss Devin Crystal Farmer?
Palmer.
And Ms. Stallings, I'll ask you, when this case proceeds, try to listen to the questions that Ms. Bellal is asking, and just try to respond as directly as possible to the questions. Okay, ma'am?
Okay,
Okay, for the record, this is going to be position 24, State of Georgia versus Devan, or I'm gonna say Devan. I'm sorry, ma'am, for mispronouncing your name. Crystal Farmer. She's charged with warrant number 2022 WA 06308 with committing the offense of criminal trespass. Ms. Farmer is here, present. She's been represented by Mr. Lane. The state is here, being represented by Ms. Bellal. Ms. Bellal, you can swear your witness in and
Okay.
begin your examination.
Thank you, Judge. Ms. Stallings, if you'd raise your right hand. Do you swear affirm the testimony you shall give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
yes, I do.
Okay, you can put your hand down. Please state your name, ma'am.
Martina Stallings,
And Ms. Stallings, do you know Ms. Farmer?
yes, I do.
How do you know Ms. Farmer?
She's the mother of my grandchildren.
Okay, and do you live at 57 Forest Park? Ma'am, can you hear me? Do you live at 5703 Sandhurst Drive in Forest Park?
Yes, I do.
Is that in Clayton County?
Yes,
Okay, and how many grandchildren do you have that she's the mother of?
2.
And do they live with you
Yes,
at that same address?
yes,
Okay, and did she come to your house on the 10th of April?
yes, she did.
Okay, was she supposed to be at your house?
Well, she come because she come visit the children.
Okay, but was she supposed to be at your house on that particular day?
Was that on a Saturday or Sunday?
Let me ask you another question, ma'am. Did she come out to the house the day before this incident?
Yes,
And were the police called?
yes,
And did the police give her a criminal trespass warning based on you not wanting her to come back to the premises?
yes,
Okay, so on the day before this incident, on the 10th, she came to your house on the 9th and was giving a criminal trespass warning to not return to your home by a police officer because you asked them to.
correct,
Okay, and then now on this date, the 10th, she came to your house, correct?
correct.
Okay. Were the kids at the home that day?
Not that day, they wasn't.
Okay. And did you invite her to come to your home on
No, I
that
did.
day?
No, I did not.
Okay, all right. I have nothing further at this
Mr.
time.
Mr. Lane?
Yes, Your Honor. Good morning, Ms. Stallings. My name's Mark Lane. I represent Ms. Farmer. Is Ms. Farmer allowed to come over and visit her children?
Well, she was up until this point because every time she comes, she always starting confusion.
Okay. Is there a court order signed by a judge saying that she's not allowed to come over there?
No,
Okay. And when is the last time she's seen her children?
the day before she got arrested.
So that would have been April 9th, 2022?
Correct.
Okay. And she got to see both her son and her daughter?
Correct.
Okay. How long was she allowed to visit with them?
As long as she wanted to.
Okay. And prior to that, when was the last time she'd been over to see them?
I wasn't home when she came then. My son was home and I couldn't tell you.
Okay. Are you aware that her son has made allegations of abuse?
I'm gonna object, Judge, to the relevance.
Mr. Lane?
Judge, it goes to the very heart of the matter why my client went over there.
And Judge, I would say it doesn't. This is a criminal trespass.
I I don't understand the relevance, Mr. Lane. I do have some questions though that may get to the meat of this if you'll allow me to ask some questions of Ms. Stallings.
Sure, Judge.
Okay. Ms. Stallings, your son is the father of the children,
Correct,
and your son lives with you.
correct.
Is there any custody arrangements in place?
No,
Um,
Your Honor, can I say?
hold on, ma'am. Hold on.
Okay,
Were your son and Miss Farmer married when the children were conceived?
no, they wasn't.
Has the children ever been legitimated?
No,
So, and I know you can't answer this, but this is the question that I'll have for the lawyers. Under what legal theory could Ms. Stallings prevent the mother of unlegitimated children from visiting them?
I'm not saying she cannot visit.
Ms. Stallings,
Hold
Ms.
on, Ms.
Stallings,
Stallings.
Ms.
This is a
Stallings?
legal, this
Yeah.
is a legal question.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Judge, that is separate. That is a custody issue that they need to take care of. This is a criminal issue of criminal trespass. If she has been told not to come back to the premises, then it is a criminal trespass. How they need to figure out the arrangements for their children, that is a civil matter that Mr. Stallings and the defendant need to take up with court. And at that time, then, if she is there, then she's allowed to go there. However, since there's nothing in place at this time, and that's a civil in nature matter, the fact that she is coming there, it is a criminal trespass when she was told not to come on to the premises.
Is it also potentially a crime of interference with custody?
No, this is more of the property itself. She's told not to come there, and I understand the kids are staying there, but I would say no, Judge.
Okay. And I'm honestly trying to figure it out, and that's why I'm asking these questions. Mr. Lane, I interfered with your examination of the witness. You can continue.
Thank you, Your Honor. And so when she came over on the 9th, you said she was allowed to see the children on April 9th?
No, I didn't say she was not allowed to see the children. She can see
She
them.
was.
She was,
Okay. All
but the
right.
children was not at home on that day.
Okay. So but you'd admit there's no order signed by a judge saying she's not allowed to see the children, correct?
No,
And has Child Protective Services been out there to visit with the children?
yes, they sure did.
Okay, and when was that? Do you happen to remember about when that was?
I'm going to object, Judge, the relevance. This is a criminal trespass charge.
I'm going to allow the answer to this question.
I want to say it was that following Monday or Tuesday, they came to the house and they talked with my son, they talked with me, they went to the school and talked to my granddaughter and my grandson.
Okay, and this was after my client was arrested on April 10th?
Correct.
Okay. And have they been back out there since?
No, my son told me that they called him and told him the case was closed.
Okay. If the case were reopened, would you allow them to come back out there and visit?
Sure.
Judge, I'm going to object in regards to the relevance.
I'm going to allow the questioning, Ms. Belle, and I just want to make an observation. The forcefulness of your objection does not sway me one way or another. You can speak in a normal tone to me, and I will listen to you. Go ahead, Mr. Lane.
All right, thank you, Your Honor. I have no further questions.
Okay, any follow-up, Ms. Belisle?
No, Judge, I have no follow-up.
Okay, may Ms. Stallings be released?
Yes, she may.
Ms. Stallings, you can choose to stay or you can leave. It's up to you, ma'am. Which do you prefer?
I'd rather sit here till the case is over with.
Okay, any argument?
I'm going to submit on the evidence for criminal trespass.
Okay, Mr. Lane?
Yes, Your Honor, even if there is a trespass, I'd argue that the justification defense that my client's just simply trying to check on the welfare of her children. There's no court order signed by a judge telling her that she's not allowed to go over there and do that. And just on that, we'd ask that the trespassing be dismissed.
Well, I do believe this is a kind of a messy issue. However, based upon the testimony that the children were not present on the day that she was there, and that she had been given a criminal trespass warning the day before, I don't see a justification for her to be there. If the children was there, that would complicate it. But if the children are not there, she's told not to come. I don't think she had a legal justification to be there. So I'm going to bind this over to the state court of Clayton County. And Mr. Lane, I hope you'd speak to your client about seeking whatever legitimation concerns or issues. And Ms. Stallings, I know it places you in a tough position as a grandmother to the children, but because of whatever decisions your son made with Ms. Farmer, Ms. Farmer is going to be in your life for at least until these kids reach the age of majority and probably the rest of your life. So I hope that you all can find a way to kind of work through this and move on as a family.
Can I say something, Your Honor?
Yes, ma'am.